Markuann, good morning, bro. How you doing?
What's going on, brother Maloney?
Good to see you, man. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to you. Tell me about this new project that you're starring in called The Godfather of Harlem. How'd this whole thing come about for you, bro?
Once again, thank you for the gracious appreciation coming from you. It means a lot. This project started for me about 18 years ago. As an actor, I wanted to create a vehicle that no one else gave me an opportunity for. You get 1,000 no's before you get one yes. And I said to myself, I'm a creative person, and being a creator, you sometimes goes through ups and downs. You go through dark periods in your life. You go through depression. And a good friend of mine is just like my godmother, Margaret Johnson. She's Bumpy Johnson, who's the show about granddaughter. And I used to come to Lenox Terrace every Sunday, come see her, visit, have food, just talk about the magical era of Harlem at the time. And she would tell me about her grandfather, who was Bumpy Johnson. He's a notorious gangster from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, passed away in 1968. And what was so amazing about the story, that Bumpy was a made man, and he was a man. He was a man's man. He played chess, not checkers, meaning the fact that he thought he was an African American that read Shakespeare, read Nietzsche. He took the American dream and made it his way by any means necessary. I remember hearing the story of how he wanted to become an attorney, and the bursar's office didn't approve him of a loan, so he said, you know what, this is going to be something that you guys are going to regret. He was a African American man that the Italians would sit down and at the table with, and they didn't do that with anybody else, like Meyer Lansky, Frank Costello, Vito Genovese, Lucky Luciano. These guys, they respected him. They respected his morals. They respected that they all came to America for one thing, which is the American dream. And some people get it by any means necessary.
Nice, man. Second question I have for you is talk about your journey as an actor. What inspired you to get into acting? Tell a little bit about your personal journey to this point.
Well, I was raised in Harlem for a little while, and then I moved out to Far Rockaway, Queens. And if anybody's watching this, they understand the community that I was raised in is a very tough community. And my older brother did music. He's an artist by the name of Father MC. He took me around the world. He was signed to Uptown Records, had a few gold singles. And I was always a creative person. And I guess to avoid what was going around me in my environment, I would sit in a dark room and I would just watch movies, just pretending to be make-believe. I would watch movies like Rebel Without a Cause, On the Waterfront, Urban Cowboy, Raging Bull. I got to grasp the different techniques of different DPs and different directors like Sergio Leone, Once Upon a Time in America, Scorsese, Coppola,
Nice.
Guy Ritchie, and the list goes on. And this was a way for me to be creative without being outside with the gunshots, without the drugs going on. I mean, it was a rough community. Think of it inland, just filled with housing projects.
Nice, bro.
And I'm not to say that Far Rockaway didn't mold me and make me the man that I am, but it had its ups and downs. So this was a way of me protecting myself and just still being creative and being in my bubble and keeping myself out of trouble.
Nice. What advice do you have for people who want to become actors and they're at the beginning of their career? They haven't got the big break like that you've had over the years.
Let me tell you something. Let me rewind that. I didn't have a big break over the years. This has been a journey of 20-something plus. I was working I've always worked in media, but I did jobs that I didn't want to do. I knew that I had talent, and you have to believe in yourself, number one, even if no one else does, and you have to have tough skin. I remember sitting in, can I say the network?
You can say it.
I remember sitting at BET in a dark control room closet, just pushing buttons, just frustrated, like, I just wanted to showcase my talent. It was like a time bomb within me, and I knew I was creative. I got offered so many contracts from BET for different shows that just didn't pan out right. And sometimes you have to believe in yourself. Not even sometimes, all the time you have to believe in yourself because no one else will. And you can either chase your pension or your passion. It's up to you. And,
say that again, bro. Say that
again. You can chase your pension or your passion. It's up to you. And I remember when I got let go from BET after putting in 16 years of work there, and the severance package I got offered, and I thought there was a camaraderie amongst colleagues. You got to think about it. When I got to BET, I was a young kid thinking I was going to change the world. Like, you know, I was going to bring a different aspect, a different viewing to people of color with the content. Never turned out like that. So, you know, instead of wasting away for 16 years, just sitting there and just crying about it, you know, I decided to make a change.
Nice, man. Yo, Markuann, thank you so much for doing this, man. I greatly appreciate you.
No problem, brother.
One.
Just remember that strangers will support you before your own friends, and the loudest boos come from the cheapest seats.
Oh, break that down, bro.
Put it like this: you're at a basketball game, and your seats are all the way at the ceiling. You got like cheap seats. How the hell are you gonna be booing about LeBron, saying LeBron ain't shit? The hot dog man don't even want to come up the stairs to serve you. That's how far you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
So don't listen to anybody, man, because the haters is gonna boo, and they're gonna be booing from far away. You just keep your mind, you keep energy, and just keep going. And sometimes you gotta let go of negative energy. If it's family, friends, for you to move on in life, you know. And I'm a walking testimony to believe that.
Wow. That's powerful stuff, bro. I think that's gonna help a lot of people, bro.
Listen, and you giving people a vehicle to watch your youth front. It shows me what this is all about. You know what I mean? So,
right.
You know, I tell people I didn't have a plan B. Not everybody can live like that, but I'd rather be dead than not be creative. That's just me. If you take away that energy, you're sucking life away from me. You know what I'm saying? So some people have to have that plan B. I don't have a plan B, and I just said, you know, if you dream it, you can achieve it. And you got to have tough skin in this business because you're going to get more no's than yes.
Wow.
You're going to get casting directors that feel that they're the ones that can help you with your career. You're going to get people that's telling you that you ain't nothing. Like, I've got all of that. And, you know, by the grace of God, I'm surrounded by a good team. I'm very humble.
Nice.
And I'm a walking testimony. Trust me.
That's powerful.
Stay tuned for the Godfather of Harlem on Epics, 4th quarter 2019.